Hey, what's up? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're back with another Buffy the Vampire episode. This is season 2, episode 9, I believe. Yes, that's correct, and it's titled, let's see. It's been a while since I've done a Buffy reaction, so forgive me if I just have to find a few things. What's My Line Part 1. So if you're watching this on Patreon, you should also get Part 2 this week. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you should get Part 2 on Tuesday. This one will probably be available on YouTube on Thursday because you have the 2-day copyright blocked appeal process. So today is Tuesday. It's very unlikely that Buffy will go up today as much as I would like to, but we'll just have to wait and see. Basically, when it comes to YouTube and you want to create a schedule, you have to basically put it up 2 days before you want it to come out if you're a reactor. So I don't think there's much more to be said. There's a survey available online. I'll list a link to it in the description below. There you can fill out, what you watch, what you prefer, what you'd like to see, give suggestions, that sort of thing. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, just to say, the full uncut and unedited reaction is available on Patreon, also listed in the description below. And without further ado, let's just get straight on into this.
Ellie, dirty or something gross.
Cordelia Chase, always ready to give a helping hand to the rich and the pretty.
Which, lucky me, excludes you. Twice.
Is murder always a crime?
Do I like shrubs?
That's between you and your God.
What'd you put?
I came down on the side of shrubs.
Go shrubs, okay.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be bothering with this.
yeah,
It's all
this
for me.
thing.
No matter what my aptitude test says, we already know my deal.
Yep, high risk, sub-minimum wage.
Pointy wooden things.
Why
It
are
sort
you
of,
even taking the test?
takes
Those
away
Principal
the
Snyder's
surprise
Hoop of
of life.
He's not happy unless I'm jumping. Believe me, I would not be
Oh,
here otherwise.
this is what you're
Not
going to
even
do
a
for the rest of your
teensy
life.
weensy bit curious.
Was it Angel that made her sick, or was that something else? Because I don't think they've actually said what made her sick.
I'll send the boys pronto.
Now will you dump?
I'll dance with you, Fed.
On the Slayer's grave.
Is that the translator?
The pig. What's up?
Nothing?
Well, you don't have a nothing face, you have a something face. And you don't have to whisper. Camel phase. My room in LA was pretty much a shrine. Dorothy dolls, Dorothy posters. I even got the Dorothy haircut. Thereby securing a place for myself in the Geek Hall of Fame.
You wanted to be like her.
I wanted to be her. My parents were fighting all the time, and skating was an escape. I felt safe.
I think I've
When was the
never
last time
been
you
ice
climbed skates?
skating, I don't think. Or maybe once.
About a couple of 100 demons ago.
There's a rink out past Route 17.
Yeah, there was a...
Now it's gonna bug me all day. Giles, you're in pace mode.
Now that's
Yes.
going to bug me all day. I'll have to look that up.
This vampire who escaped, did you see what he took?
No, but I can take a guess and say it was something old.
You made no effort to find out what was taken.
Have a cow, Giles. I just figured it was your everyday vamp hijinks.
Well, what if it wasn't? This could be very serious. I mean, if you'd made an effort to be more thorough in your
You know,
observations.
if you don't like the way I'm doing my job, why don't you find somebody else? Oh, that's right. There can only be one. As long as I'm alive, there is no one else. Well, there you go. I don't have to be the Slayer. I could be dead.
That wasn't terribly funny.
Actual shoes, of course, because you're a tiny person. Tiny in the small sense, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done now.
Where is she?
Who?
You know who.
You mean Buffy? I just saw her.
And don't feed me that I just saw her a minute ago. She's around here somewhere story.
But I did. Just see her a minute ago, and she is around here somewhere.
For what it's worth.
It's worth nothing, Harris. Whatever comes out of your mouth is a meaningless waste of breath. An airborne toxic event.
Well, I'm glad you feel comfortable enough to be so honest with me.
He is
And I can
really
only
in
hope
the
that
wrong
one day I'm in a position
profession.
to be that honest with you.
Fascinating.
Well, love to stay and chat, but I got an
I
appointment
wonder
with the
what
warden
his
on
career
standard riot procedure.
was
Ciao.
when he was younger.
See ya.
Willow Rosenberg, come with us, please.
Excuse me?
Let's walk.
Law enforcement.
I think, you know, I agree with Giles. I think it's quite a good idea. I guess it depends if Buffy wants to go to college at all.
May I?
My guest?
It will be interesting to see how they address her story post
It's a reliquary.
Sunnydale High.
Used to house items of religious significance.
Whether they'll
Most
go
commonly
a
a finger or
career
some
sort
other
of
body part from the
approach or a
Note to self. Religion.
university sort of approach.
Just to accept a few free samples.
Free?
Absolutely.
I'm sure I'd accept someone like that in the house so easily. Scared the hell out of me.
So you're saying these vampires went to all this hassle for your basic decoder ring?
Actually, yes, I suppose I am.
According to this, Dulac destroyed every cross except the one buried with him.
Why destroy your own work?
Perhaps he feared what might happen if it fell into the wrong hands.
A fear we'll
true.
soon get to experience for ourselves up close and personal.
Unless we can preempt their plans.
How?
By learning what's in the book before they do. Which means we can expect to be here later tonight.
Goody. Research party.
Will, you need a life in the worst way.
Speaking of, I really have to bail, but I promise I'll be back bright and early tomorrow and...
As before, he wouldn't need someone like this.
He's passing under our feet right now.
No worries.
Are they
We're close to decoding the
vampires?
manuscript.
Because
Just
he
need a bit
didn't
more time.
Time's
explode. Are they some other form of
Brings
life?
the Slayer.
That's enough, Xander.
It's glad that they're just not oh shit. That they're not vampires makes it more interesting. Because it also creates a level of paranoia that's above normal.
Well, she didn't go home. I let the phone ring a few hundred times before I remembered her mom is out of town.
Well, maybe Buffy unplugged the phone.
We're closed. Can't you read the sign? Oh, hey, Angel. I didn't recognize you in the dark.
Take care of Spike.
You know he ordered those guys. Spike's sick.
Is she one of the... Oh, what do you call it? The Order Heracus.
No, I haven't opened Buffy yet. Look, I think you should go to her house and check on her. Well, right away. I don't know. Get Cordelia to drive you. Exactly.
By George, I think he's got it. The key to your cure, Dux.
Who are you?
Who am I? You attacked me. Who the hell are you?
I'm Kendra, the Vampire Slayer.
Wait, what the hell? To be continued. So she's a vampire? I thought like at the start of every episode they established there can only be one vampire slayer. Or have I misinterpreted something? Obviously I'm assuming it's going to be answered in the next episode, so really no spoilers. But as I said, when this goes up on YouTube, the next episode should already be done anyway. An interesting episode. I enjoyed it. I did feel that it dragged on in a few bits, but as a whole, I enjoyed the episode. I'll give it... I'll give this episode an 8. That may be pushing it, but I'd say it's high 7, low 8. And then I'll also rate the next episode, and then I'll rate the 2 episodes together. So we'll see how it goes, but high 7, low 8, I'd say, is probably the best way to put it. It was nice seeing some more, sort of personal connection between Buffy and Angel. I always enjoy seeing Angel. Spike, also seeing a lot more of Spike and Drusilla trying to find a cure, and that book that was stolen from in that episode with the boy with cancer, was it? Or something, brain tumor. Yeah, I don't think there's much more else to be said about that. Giles, he was pretty good in this, and Willow really going beyond what she needs to do, and being Giles' sort of protege. But let's break it down anyway. We start off with Career Week. I don't see why students at that age need to do a single test. It's just a single test to what? Define their career for the rest of their life. It just seems so ridiculous at that age. You really don't know what you want to do. But that's just my opinion on that sort of thing. Here we have a translator trying to decipher the book for a cure for Drusilla. I'm not sure what made her sick in the first place. If we've been told that, please, let me know. But if it's said in like a future episode, just say something like, oh, you'll find out. Really like Spike and Drusilla. I think the actors do a wonderful job at their characters. Here we have Buffy patrolling, seeing a vampire in a crypt trying to steal something. She then returns to her room where Angel seems to be hanging out. Buffy's very much like, I just want my life to go back to the way it was. Angel invites her to go ice skating. Obviously Willow's quite into that idea. Here we have Giles with his books and that sort of thing. Discussing, you know, a bit that she has no future really. Here we have this decoder, I think it is. Some sort of decoder, enable him to decode it. Here we have Buffy quite, you know, walking around. We're out with Giles, and then the principal basically really shows his dislike for those two always covering for Buffy. Although he seems to dislike, you know, every single person. I'm not sure what I've seen him in. The only thing I think I've seen him in is Stargate SG-1, the Nox. Here we have Willow, and I've forgotten the name of Seth's character. Not Seth. Yeah, isn't it? Yes. I'm a bit tired today. I'm just not thinking. My mind's not working at 100%. Some sort of classified computer software engineering company, if I remember correctly. Here we have, you know, Giles saying, oh, you know, about his career, that he is the Watcher and he's a librarian. And then he sort of brings up the idea of, you know, law enforcement to Buffy, which she was given from that test, and I think probably is a good job. It's a bit like the whole Clark Kent reporter and Superman. Here Giles finds out that it's about something to do with that book. Here we have these people arriving, or things, that are assassins that are after Buffy. Here we're introduced to this new girl that was in the plane. Yeah, here we're discussing about the person that book belongs to and that sort of thing. Here we see Buffy ice skating. I'm interested. I think that is Sarah. I think, you know, she is the one that's doing it. I don't think it's a stunt replacement. I could be wrong about that. Here one of the guys, Angel, is able to stop them, and Angel basically tells Buffy to run and hide because of that he has this ring. She tells Giles, and basically Giles is saying you need to run and hide as well. Then Buffy's walking in the school and absolutely paranoid. I totally understand where she's coming from. She doesn't go home. She decides to go to Angel's place instead, but he's not there. She decides to lay down there, where she obviously feels safer. Angel's talking to a barkeeper. Then Angel is attacked by this new woman that's in town, and she locks Angel up with the sun soon to rise. Giles getting a bit worried about Buffy. Willow obviously fell asleep in the library and slept there all night. Then we have Xander and Cordelia basically going into Buffy's house, And then Cordelia invites one of those guys, those assassins, into the house. Then we get a fight between Buffy and this woman, I think said Kendra the Vampire Slayer. If I remember, I'm pretty sure that's what she said. Okay, so that was the breakdown of Buffy Season 2, Episode 9. Part 1, basically, of a two-parter. That was, again, I'm going to stick with I'm trying to think. Should I stick with a 7? I'm going to go with a 7 for now, and we'll wait to see. Maybe it's deserving of an 8. We'll wait to see till the end of the next episode, and I might change my mind by then. It's interesting to see a new Vampire Slayer. I'm interested to learn how that's come about. But yeah, I don't think there's much more. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.